Minister, Secretary General, colleagues, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me also thank our Pakistani and Saudi brothers for organizing this meeting, this very timely meeting. We are pleased to have Secretary General Brother Taha for his first Council of Foreign Ministers. Quran al-Karim tells us that this community of yours is one single ummah. Solidarity with our Afghan brothers and sisters is a moral obligation and a religious duty. Nearly 23 million people, 60% of the population, are facing hunger in Afghanistan. The OIC should play a leading role in mobilizing the international support for Afghanistan. The resolution that we will adopt today should be implemented. First, we should coordinate humanitarian assistance. Let me also thank Pakistan for facilitating the transfer of humanitarian aid. We also support Uzbekistan's effort to make Termes another UN hub for aid, especially to the northern regions. The establishment of a trust fund by the Islamic Development Bank is a step in the right direction. Second, the collapse of the economy must be prevented. Continuing sanctions unfortunately cripple the financial system. Pledge will be meaningless unless this money reaches the Afghans. We should work on solutions to unlock financial channels for resolving liquidity and bank transfer problems. Third, humanitarian and economic crisis increase migratory pressure and the burden on neighboring countries. OIC should work with other international organizations like UNHCR and IOM to support displaced persons. Fourth, engagement. Working with Taliban is necessary to achieve stability. As brothers, we continue to advise the acting government to be inclusive, protect the rights of all, and expand access of women and girls to employment and education. We welcome the positive statements and steps to this end. This will increase the legitimacy and strength of the government both inside and outside of the country. Dear sisters and brothers, the worsening crisis has a great impact on the Muslim nations of Asia. We welcome the active engagement of Asian nations, including Pakistan, Iran, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Indonesia, and Malaysia, with the Afghanistan issue. We should do more and play a flagship role as the Islamic community. By organizing a joint visit of OIC foreign ministers to Kabul, we can show solidarity with our Afghan brothers and sisters and give our messages directly and take the lead as Islamic nations. Before concluding, I want to highlight our determination and support to achieve an independent Palestine with Al-Quds al-Sharif as is its capital. Dear brothers and sisters, our Afghan sisters and brothers deserve a better future, and we must take action now. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Mevlüt, for your insightful remarks. I now request His Excellency Ayman Safti, the Foreign Minister of the Kingdom of Jordan, to deliver his statement. He will speak on behalf of the Arab group of the OIC member states.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي العربي الهاشمي الأمين. دولة رئيس وزراء جمهورية باكستان.
The Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Imran Khan, Your Excellency, the Foreign Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Shahid Mahmoud Qureshi, Your Excellency, Your Highness, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Amir Faisal bin Farhan of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Your Excellency, the Secretary General of the OIC, Hussein Ibrahim Taha, Excellencies, Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Allow me first to extend my heartfelt thanks to our brothers and sisters from the Islamic Republic of Pakistan for the excellent arrangements for this meeting and for the warm welcome hospitality extended to us at such a short notice. Due thanks are also extended to our brothers from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the initiative of calling for this meeting of particular importance. Due thanks are also extended to His Excellency the Secretary General of the OIC, Mr. Ibrahim Taha, whom we congratulate on his assumption of his new responsibilities as head of the OIC and for his efforts. Your Excellencies and dear brothers, within the chaos that Afghanistan witnessed over the past years, obscurity spread all across the country and brought sufferings to the Afghani people, and the fees were paid by the Islamic Afghani people and by other Muslim people across the world. Today Afghanistan stands at a crossroads, either to further work and degrade and continue the conflicts that will bring further sufferings and will allow the return of the terrorist groups and their dangers for the world at large, or we should start a new path of rebuilding or reconsideration that would be observant of the rights of the Afghani people to dignity in line with the principles and laws of the Islamic faith, enabling the Afghani people of all segments, men and women, to the right to education, to work, and other human rights, and for all who live in Afghanistan to have their full rights and to prevent any resurgence of terrorism and terrorists. Either, therefore, a catastrophe of chaos and obscurity, or the fruits of rebuilding and reconsolidation of our efforts in line with the principles of our noble faith for the benefit of peace, equality, and justice and tolerance. The choice is clear, and in our world, both Arab and Muslim, we need to work together to protect the sisterly Afghani people whose half population are witnessing great dangers. We have to take the initiatives and become effective and proactive in protecting our brothers and our planet against extremism and terrorism and crimes and obscurity. Distinguished brothers of mine, we have reached a state where we can only witness the right decision that calls for negotiation and reaching out to each other and to the international community with shared goals towards supporting Afghanistan to become, once again, an effective member of the international community. We, in our Islamic world, will be the most adversely affected of the situation in Afghanistan if we don't act in time, and we have therefore a duty to help the Afghani people. Therefore, and here I'm addressing and I'm talking about the initiative from the proposal from the Jordanian kingdom to set up a committee that would define, in coordination with our partners in the international community, to act for the protection of the Afghan people with the principle of observance of international agreements and principles of our faith and our organization. In between, I would like to pay tribute to the efforts of our organization that have agreed for extending urgent assistance, and the Kingdom has extended everything possible in terms of humanitarian assistance through the Hashemite Kingdom, and Jordan will remain fully in support of the Afghan people and supporting every kind of support to them. My dear colleagues, we wish to reiterate and underline the importance for our meeting to adopt and approve the decision and recommendation for the benefit of the Palestinian cause, and there would be no peace and comprehensive stability without resolving the Palestinian issue on basis that would ensure all rights of the Palestinian people, foremost of which their right to an independent state with Al-Quds al-Sharif as its capital on the lines of 1967, on the grounds of the two-state solution for all people to live in peace and security side by side. And once again, on behalf of the Arab group, I'd like to extend due thanks to our brothers from Pakistan for the excellent arrangements for this meeting, and to our brothers in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for their commendable initiative. It's our hope that our present meeting will come out with a proper approach that will be effective in support of the Afghani people and Afghanistan in general. Thank you all. Wassalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.